sins. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. Wipe it. They can't win. They new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got to picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on the, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with the 2 dot team, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me.
You got a picture me. Send me calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from where sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new bay alert, gon' be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, jumping in the bed with 2 dot team, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25. Here on the first play, but no more than that. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
There we go. Back man. 82, 82.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Continuing to fight downfield, the big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Black, come on. Go. Waiting.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Elliott takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Prescott now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, Wentz. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On the carry, here's Clement. He's to the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Nelson X, touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A give to Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And from down in Miami, an update and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Great. Run.
Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Wentz looking very much like his pre-injury self. He's got the Eagles on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Clement. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Empty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On second down, here's Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run, it's Clement. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Here we go. 120.
This is Clement. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Go. With 20. Great 15. Great 15.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Able to shake him off. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 47, 47. Here we go, 46, 46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. first down. Prescott eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And pressure gets to him again. Michael Bannon in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nigel Bradham in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
82, 40. That's it.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Come on. That's it. Grade 15. Grade 15.
Throwing is Wentz. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw is Wentz. This is intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they'd like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Elliott, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now Prescott, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Sunday! 81! Black, come on. Here, shift. Let's go, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
82! Liz. Here, shift.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
74.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Shakes off the sand, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Final play of the half. Prescott flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott now on 2nd down. And there's Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, Prescott. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. They
go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under a heavy rush, completion. Down he goes. Tyrone Crawford in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Past the 20. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott now. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run with Elliott. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13. Prescott to throw it. Powers through. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. And another score by the Texans, so they've added on to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is Elliott, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Cowboys on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is third down and 12. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Bennett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Watch 30. Take that.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with it. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
46.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The Eagles eager to see what Clement can do in his sophomore year. He's back there again on 1st and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
This by 7.
Now it's a Giant. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. This is about what you'd expect. Defense selling out to stop the run. Pretty good on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, you're no longer really worried about making sure you're holding up the offensive lineman as a defensive lineman. Now you're just about getting in gaps. You're trying to get upfield, penetrate, and make a play on the football, especially, before the running back really gets control of it. That's what you're doing. You're also bringing the linebackers in.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Play action now, Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Everyone's got 4 down. 14, 82, 14. List 5-7, list 5-7. For Tokyo.
Here's Ajayi. Oh, he's got some breathing room. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Come on now, let's go. Four down.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Come on now, let's go. Tight end right. 3 down. Hey, check. For Tokyo. Check 24.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Try the ground game here with the running back. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Liz 5-3, Liz 5-3. Chip.
They run with a Johnny. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Eagles, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the losses are I
like when birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bet. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what at. I got some that's up in the jet and they know what that. I came on top of the building again. We had a plan. We came on top of the building again. We never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey. 10 o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my... I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the... I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle, I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the... I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle,
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon, big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Have a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my... I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma stand up. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the... No, not me. I can never be the one you wanna stuff for. Money, that machine. Ferragamo store. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. After life in 9/11, folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead president and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience thinner than a penny hoe.
Don't get empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you know what I tell you? Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
I seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the safe, they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape. Up and down the interstate, yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
Yeah, I done seen the best stuff from jail. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face I place my like a drive-through. Feeling, you know how I do.